Kalagile ne guys, kalagile no khobot a ke buile no ke buile kale ke buile ka ska nna o sing buile manche.
Hello stranger, it's been a minute.
What do you do? What's up? It's your girl, come the girl, your girl never be, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another video, and welcome to another story time. Okay, welcome to a continuation of the last story time. But anyways, I'm back and I'm better, and that's on per honey. I know I was supposed to give you the story time probably like a few days after the last story time, but you see the second part of the story time. Nekenya got really somebody, but me and this person, the person has been busy. Ne? I'm gonna say his name Bella since he was supposed to be here. He said he was supposed to be with me in the story time, but to tell the story with me because he played a part in the story, you know. But he's been busy, and yeah, now Wabo, I have to record the story on my own. Otherwise I would have given you the story a while ago. And I know guys, I'm looking very nice. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish the story right now. I think I have like an hour to record the story because I have to go somewhere. A friend of mine is taking me out. He's taking me out, so yeah. By the way, if you know how to unplait these things that I have on my head, can you please comment down or just tell me how to unplait these things. I tried looking for videos on YouTube. I'll go look on TikTok. I don't have TikTok right now, but I'll go check on TikTok how to unplait. But hey guys, I'm struggling. Otherwise, let's get into the video. So I think where I left off the story is when I said Kuluva asked me for beats number, remember? Okay, cool. So remember the whole situation. If you don't know and you're new here and you're watching part 2, go back to part 1 so you can catch up on what's going on. So part 2, this is what happened. So Guluva, right, asked for beats number, and I was not hesitating on giving him beats number, right? Okay, so he was like, prove to me and show me that Beat actually called you and said to you 1 2 3 1 2 3. I'm like, obviously because it was via call, I can't prove to you that this is what he said, but I can show you the call as to which call it was. He's like, okay, show me the call. I go back and I take a screenshot, and then I hide Beat's number, and then you can see the call. I don't remember how long the call was, but it wasn't very long. And then I send it to Gulvan. I'm like, this is what I said, this is the call. He's like, why are you hiding the number? Show me the number. What did I do, guys? This is where now Lisedi is supposed to be here, right? So I'm don't be surprised. I'm gonna I call him Sashi, so don't be surprised when I just change his name and I don't call him Lisedi anymore. So now I'm here and I'm like, okay, Kuluva wants Beat's number and I can't give him Beat's number. I'm not crazy, I'm not gonna do that. So what am I gonna do? I go to Sash because I think Sash and I were texting at that very moment, and then I'm like to him, Sash, do you have a second number that you don't use that doesn't go on WhatsApp? He's like, yes. And I'm like, can you give me that number? Ne? I wanna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what's going on. He's like, okay, explain to me what's going on. I explained the full story to him. I'm like, this is what's going on, this is what's going on, this is what's going on, it's been going. So now, so I need your number to put down so I can say that it's Beat's number. So he mustn't, you know, so when he calls, it mustn't go straight to Beat, it must come to you. But you will know what the story is. Yeah, and I had already told Lisedi a story. I was like to him, can you please pretend to be Beat? Nah? This is what I said. Lisedi, pretend to be Beat. Mark my words, guys. Listen to what I said. Beat. I said, Sash, can you please pretend to be Beat? Nah? This is what you're gonna say if ever Guluva texts you, because now he's asking for your number. If ever he calls you or texts you, this is what he's gonna say. This is what you're gonna say. I asked Gamu to pretend to be my girlfriend because I don't trust my girlfriend. My girlfriend and I are doing long distance, and I don't know if I'm the only guy in her life. So I asked Gamu to pretend to be my girlfriend, that when my boys call, Gamu could be the one to answer, so that, you know, to do that. This is what I said he must say. Lies on top of lies. Okay, fine. Sash got the story and he's like, okay, cool. That's the story. Good. Now I'm like, Sesh, can you give me your number? Your second number, the one that you know number. He's like, oh no, here's my second number. I don't really use it, but here he gave me his second number, and then Kenya. I don't know if you can do that with other phones, but and then I went to my my contact. So I went to the call that very same call that I took a screenshot of, and then I went to, and I cropped out the time. I cropped out the time. I had cropped out the time of when I sent the first screenshot. I cropped out the time so he doesn't see it's not the same screenshot. Say, I went to my guys. My dog is growling. I'm coming. My boys got me a little something. I told them I'm recording a story time. So they got me something. So I guess we're having a snack, something nice. Guys, these are my favorite. They know that. These are my favorite. So, so back to the story. So I had cropped the screenshot so that he doesn't see that both the screenshots are being sent at 2 different times, right? So I went back to my call with Beat and I changed his number. I put Sash's second number, not his WhatsApp number, it's just a calling number. I put that number down there and I sent a screenshot again. And then he's like to me, why are you cropping out the time? And I'm like, do you want the screenshot or not? Do you want his number or not? Because now I can't be going through all of this. I'm John now, first of all. I can't be explaining myself to you. And then he's like to me, guys, I think I did all of that because I still cared about Beat. That's why. I mean, I still cared about Guluva. That's why I did all of that. Like, I still try to prove myself and stuff, but it doesn't matter. Then I'm like to him, I sent you the screenshots. What more do you want? He's like to me, if you're not lying, then show me the times. Show me the time difference. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Do you or do you not want the screenshot? He's like, fine, it's okay then. Then, chigi. Guess what Sash does? Yo, Sash, I'm so disappointed in you, my guy. If you're watching this, I'm so disappointed in you. Sash! I sent Sash. After I sent the screenshot, oh, he's like, okay, fine, cool. It's fine, I'll take it. Then I go to Sash and I give him Guluva's number. I'm like, this is Guluva's number. So if ever you get a call or a text from Guluva, know this is his number. Don't be surprised. He's like, okay, cool. So ke woke sharp. I am so disappointed. Not Sash texting Guluva on his own and he's like to Guluva, hi Guluva, this is Beat, Gamu's friend. Gamu and I are just friends. And Gamu, I had asked Gamu to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for me. He's explaining the story that I told him to tell, when they ask him. No, he decides to go and explain the story on his own without Guluva texting him, without Guluva doing anything. And I'm like, Hevana. So he sends me a screenshot after he has sent the message, and then he shows me the response, you see. And I'm like, why did you text him? You shouldn't have said anything. You had to wait for him to text. So she's like, I just wanted to get it out of the way, Pella. And I'm like, no, you made matters worse for me. Why did you do that? No, Guluva is like to me, Guluva doesn't say to me that Sash texted. What he now does is call Sash with the number that I sent him. He calls Sash. And when he calls Sash, Sash answered the phone. And then you could hear, okay, Vela, it's a boy. But then Sash now doesn't, he doesn't say anything. Now, Guluva, after he calls, what dropa? Now he texts me, he's like, why is Beat's number saved as Sash? Why is Beat's number saved as Sash, as Lisedi? And I'm like, what do you mean, why is it saved as Lisedi? He's like to me, I think so. Now I'm asking myself, how does he know that it's Lisedi's number? Now I go back to Lisedi, ne? And I'm like, Lisedi, when Kuluva called you, what did you say? He's like to me, I didn't say anything. They just called and they kept quiet. They didn't say anything. I said hello, but no one said. There was no response. And I was like, okay, then how does he know that your name is Lisedi? He's like, maybe Truecaller. It didn't even come to my head that there's something called Truecaller, guys. I'm like, yo, these people with recut SIM cards. Yo, my god. Oh my gosh. So now Kuluva, and I'm like, he's like, why is his name as? Why is his name? Why did he say his name is Lisedi? And I'm like, did he say that? He's like, yes. And I'm like, why didn't you ask him? And when you went on a call with him, why didn't you ask him, why is your name Lisedi and not Beat? And then he's like to me, no, you are lying to me, come here. I'm like, I'm not lying to you. The very same person. Have you ever stopped to think that maybe his name is Beat Lisedi Mang Mang? Because Vele, Beat's real name starts with an L. Ne? So I'm like, maybe they gave him L names and Vele he's mixed. You see? So Beat was mixed. I'm like, have you stopped to think that that might be Beat's second name? You know? Have you stopped to think about that? Or that might be his first name, that I'm calling him by his second name. You know him by his second name because I call him by his second name. Or have you stopped to think that I'm calling him by his first name when everyone knows him by this name? Have you ever stopped to think about that? You know? And then he's like to me, you're lying to me, you're lying to me. Right after I said that, he calls me. When he calls me, he's like to me, you're lying to me, Kamu. You're lying. You're such a lying. Yo, guys, he's like, you're lying to me. You're like breaking my heart, Kamu. You're breaking my heart. And I'm like, how am I breaking your heart? So I'm also upset. Obviously, I'm not calm in that situation. I'm also upset and I'm swearing at him. He's swearing at me. He's like, you're a fucking liar. You fucking played me. I'm like, I didn't play you. You played yourself. Had you not called, you wouldn't be in this situation. He's like to me, you're a fucking player. Yo, guys, he's been swearing at me, saying a lot of things. It's one graset. I didn't like him graset back. Get up again, I'm dropping. I'm dropping yalo. Ke kwate man. Ke kwate. Ke iputisa ke re mara. Hey, why? Why mara? Why? I better go back and I tell Session, like, I thank you for helping me, okay? Cool. Then now Pete calls me and he's like to me, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't tell him what's going on, guys. I'm emotional, and he knows I'm a very emotional person. Like, if you know me, I know a lot of you that know me like that, don't know me like that, but know me. You'll be like, you come, you with no heart. No, guys, I have feelings, okay? I have feelings, and with Pete, I was very vulnerable. Like, you know, he understood my headspace at that time. So now he knew that I have breakdowns. Like, I'm one person that has breakdowns, like a lot. Like, Pete understands that I have problems. Like, I go through it, and when I go through it, I go through it. So my mood changes in an instant, you know. So he knows that. He knows that I can be happy with you, laughing with you. 2 minutes later, I'm no longer laughing. Some of us we are not okay, you know, and he knows that I'm not okay. So now he calls me and he's like, are you okay, baby? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, but I want to go to sleep. He's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to go to sleep. He's like, okay, cool. It's fine. Go and sleep. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm like, cool. And I went to sleep. The next morning, I woke up, I killed him, man. Like, ish, man. Like, this thing. I'm like, let me just tell him. If my relationship ends, it ends. You see? And then I text him and I'm like, Pete, and I have to talk to you about something. He's like, okay, cool. And can I call you? He's like, yeah. And I call him and I tell Pete everything. I tell him everything except the part where now Sesh had to pretend to be here, to be him. I don't say that. That I don't mention. I talk about everything else but that. So I'm like to him, okay, cool. Look, this is what happened. So now I start crying, and it's not like crying. I'm crying, guys. Like, now it's become a venting session for me. I start, cause like Pete knew that I was in a toxic relationship with Kuluva, but he doesn't know what happened in the relationship. So I've never told him that. All I've said is that my relationship was toxic, and that's that. But then now when I got upset, I got into detail, and I'm like, cause he kept saying, no, ignore him. I'm like, you don't know what I've been through because of this guy. You do not know. And I'm like, this guy did this. Now I'm taking out all the files. It's become a venting session for me now. I'm crying. I'm all over the place. I'm telling Pete everything. Now, Pete is understanding the kind of relationship I was in, and he's now understanding why I'm a certain way, why I act a certain way when he says certain things or when he does certain things. Like, because there was a time I remember when Pete and I were together, and he's like, he's going to groove, and I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, but he's gonna sleep at a guest house with his boys. Guess what I did? I stopped talking to Pete the whole weekend. The whole Pella with Guluva, when he said he was going to groove and he's booking with his boys, I knew what was going on there. He's told me what games to play. I played there. People get naked. So you see what now in my head, like whatever I did, it always referred, everything we did, everything would just come back to what Guluva did. So he now started understanding why I acted a certain way to certain things. So he cut down on certain things. So he cut down on things like groove, things like guest houses. So you see, my whole thing with Beat now had to change because of the way my past relationship was, which I don't think is fair, but like, he understood, you know, in relationships you have to compromise, and he did exactly that. Anything to make me feel better, you know, whatever made me comfortable, he was on it. Like, guys, I think that's why I loved Beat so much. Like, yo guys, Beat's an amazing person, I'm not gonna lie to you. So now I tell Pete everything. I tell him what happened. I explained every single thing to him, and I'm crying and all that, and he's like to me, it's okay, it's all in the past now. I should forget about him. I should just do myself a favor and block him. I should block Guluva and forget about him. Block his family, block everyone, the mother, the father, everyone. Must just block everyone, and just, I must forget about him, you know. Right now we need to focus on me healing through this, and we need to focus on our relationship, and we just need to focus on other things. We have other plans. We've made plans on our own. We need to focus on other things and not Guluva. I can't let Guluva bring me down like this, you see. And I'm like, okay, cool, you're right. And yeah, we let go of that. But guys, you see, this story is a last straw. Like, what happened between me and Guluva, like, that was the last thing that has ever happened. Guluva, guys, put me through a lot. But after this, I think I'm gonna record another story time tomorrow. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm gonna record tomorrow. If I can post this tonight. Today is the 21st. It's my friend's birthday. Happy birthday, Umtamai. So if I can post this, then I think I'm gonna record the next story time tomorrow. But that's what happened in the story, and that's how Guluva did me dirty. Now when I tell you that Guluva is back in my DMs, not my DMs, but he has my number, right? So he's back. Oh, Guluva is crazy, guys. I swear, Guluva's not normal. Guluva texted me right after his breakup and said to me that he misses me, and I'm like, how do you wonder how I know? Guluva had a friend Mpinch. You'll hear stories about Mpinch. Guluva had a friend Mpinch. Guluva and Mpinch. Best tapumbas, like they were best friends. Yeah. And obviously I was not comfortable with that, being his girl. Yeah. After we broke up and I started viewing Guluva statuses, I can see now that, like, maybe a few months after, not even a few months, like right after our relationship, he started posting and Mpinch a lot, like they were doing a lot of things about. But in my head I'm like, okay, cool, these are things they usually do on their own, it's fine. Chigi, later on, a few months, I see that Guluva and Mpinch are dating. Yeah, okay, fine. But now Guluva has another girl. He's posting another girl. So in my head I'm like, does Mpinch know about this other girl? You see. Then a few weeks ago, guys, not so long ago, a few weeks ago, Guluva posts a status of Mpinch, then posts, we'll call her Mpinch, ne? We'll call her Mpinch, this girl. We'll call her because Guluva and I call her Mpinch because I don't know her name. Okay, I know it, but we'll stick to Mpinch. So Guluva posted Mpinch, and Guluva posted the other girl. We'll call her Blondie, ne? She is, yeah. Guluva posted Mpinch, then Guluva posted this other girl. We'll call her Blondie. He posts Blondie. Okay, fine. Then the next status is, I'm a Zulu man. I love you girls so much. I'm a Zulu man, you guys need to understand this is my ing. So this is him basically introducing them to each other via statuses. Guys, I swear that guy's not okay. He's not okay. I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, So I see all of this. Then when Kuluba texts me one day out of nowhere, he's like, Kama, I miss you. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, where are your girlfriends when? He's like, they broke up with me. And I'm like, why? He's like, because of the status I posted. And I'm like, how? When I was lying, how would you post such? He's like to me, no, I just wanted them to know. I wasn't lying to them. I didn't want to lie to them about me loving both of them. And he's like, yeah, but Blondie broke up with me right after the status. And Blondie saw my chats with me and you. Blondie saw our chats. And I'm like, our chats? And I'm like, he's like, yeah. I'm like, what chats? He's like, our old chats. I'm like, why didn't you delete such? Because yo guys, I was sort of character in that relationship. Because those chats had everything. They had guys. I used to write yo. Was like she saw everything from the love letters. Guys, I used to write that boy handwritten love letters. Ne? I would take my 13 rand, go to the mall, post office, send my love letter to him, and he will receive it with my 13 rand, guys. My 13 rand. Yo guys, it was crazy. Like, I was so out of character in that relationship. Like, I was not myself. I always say I'm shockingly the next story time that I'm gonna tell. There's this one. You guys are gonna judge me in that story time, but it's fine. I don't care. We don't judge here, my guys. We don't judge. That the girlfriend Blondie saw everything. Binge right after she saw that she broke up with him, and then Blondie. So Blondie, because she had blonde hair. I'm sorry. Blondie now saw that status and saw our chats. And after she saw our chats, she also saw the love letters. And I'm like, why do you still have the love letters? He's like, no, I can't throw them away. They're memories. Excuse me. Kamu, you and I are soulmates. I'm like, I get we're soulmates, but it doesn't mean we have to be together, you know. He's like, no, Kamu, I know. He's like to me, she saw those, and then she was like to me, do you still love her? And then I was like, I don't know. And then that answer got me damned. And I'm like, why didn't you say no? Why couldn't you lie? If you love this girl so much and you want to save your relationship, why couldn't you just say no? I don't like her anymore. Like, I don't love her. I forgot about her. Lie! Something, my guy, lie. No, nigga didn't want to lie. Nigga was straight up honest and said, I don't know how I feel about her. But and then he comes to me, he's like to me, I'm trying to fix things. I'm like, my guy, that ship has sailed. He's like, no. And I'm like, that ship has sailed. He's like, I'm here to prove to you that I can love you better. I know what I did the last time, but you also broke my heart with the whole beat situation. I'm like, that happened towards the end, bro. Like, it was already the end, my guy. He's like to me, no, but still, it still broke my heart. I'm like, anyway, if you've reached the end of the video, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And still, the fool was me, anger. Otherwise, guys, let me finish getting ready, eat my lace. Okay, these are my favorite. Like, yeah, I live for such. I live for these. Anyway, let me go get ready and charge my phone and wait for my friends to come and fetch me. So